One.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Or whenever you are listening to this, I shouldn't actually say that because some people will be listening to this at night, in the evening, and we got fun. Um, the old song. Uh, so I will instead say good day to you and welcome to the Fandom Initiative. It is a bit of a dreary day, rainy and such like that. A little chilly, but it's going to be a substantial day. It's going to be a good day. We're going to make it happen. We got a lot to talk about. That's why the name of this episode is WAP, Week A Poppin.
Yes.
Thank you to Cardi and Megan. Body yada 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 yada. Let's get to introductions. And the man across from me, uh, this gentleman right here is one half of the tag team champions of the world, along with Lady Mina, who is also got her podcast. Mina and Mawa Politicking for the Culture is back with a
New
new
episode
episode.
dropped this
Yes,
week.
that's it. Product placement. Holler. Um, he is the cinema CEO. He is the cinema god. This is Michael Williams.
What up, y'all? What up?
Look at the print on the shirt. Look at the print is calm and
my
soothing.
my faux union suit, as he would say.
Starting out early, folks. Starting out early. Myself, I am the hungriest man in the room, and you can take hunger however you want it. I am the hungry bleak on Instagram and Twitter. I don't do very much Twitter, I'll be honest with you. I do Instagram just because you don't really have to use too many words. It's easier. Hashtag the Dark Star, hashtag Nevermore. I am Antonio Pomares. Welcome to the fandom.
Old Navy underwear model Antonio Pomares.
Meanwhile, peep the shirt, purple and black,
Nice.
getting swole up in these streets for the winter, brother. Getting swole up in these streets.
Exactly.
Notice the shoulders wide. Thank you, Vault of Midnight, for this awesome T-shirt. They didn't give it to me; I paid for it. I don't ever want to make it seem like somebody gave me stuff. I paid for it because I want to support artists and I want to support comic shops. Obviously,
of course.
Brother, the news. There's so much going on. We're going to try and keep it positive. We are keeping it positive. We're not going into any of the negative stories. There have been a lot of negative stories out there. We're going to try and keep it as positive as possible because, yeah. So let's get into it. This is a beautiful one. As far as our, excuse me, movie news is going. Welcome to the world, Elliot Page.
Yes.
Elliot Page came out this week as a transgender, going by the pronouns he and they. We are not going to sensationalize this or, well, this is just amazing. I love it. It's beautiful. We're in a world where we're able to, there's still bullshit going on, but in a world where we're able to find words and we're able to explore ourselves and find out who we are and everything. This is beautiful. And to just have that awakening that they had is incredible. Elliot does great work too, as far as there's a documentary, I want to say, that's on, is it Hulu? I want to say, where they were going around and just seeing different walks of life, and as far as LGBTQ plus go, awesome.
Nice.
Love it. Thoughts, brother?
I mean, I'm glad that he has a community to be able to, share his truth and be true to himself. Like, I think it. I mean, this is a fortunacy and also an unfortunacy at the same time, that he's in a profession where that will be embraced, right? Like he will not
Mm,
necessarily get any kind of blowback, at least from his peers, anyway, right? That he's able to share his truth and be truthful. Like
mm,
not many people who are outside of that community that necessarily would come to that awakening would necessarily not have any kind of blowback, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
But I think it's great. I mean, I think it's great. I don't think it takes away at all, at least in my eyes, and probably your eyes too, brother.
Mm,
um, doesn't take away from any of his storied sort of career so far. Like he's been in some really good projects, even prior to uh
their evolution.
even prior to Umbrella Academy.
Mm.
Like I can think of things offhand that if people haven't seen, they should see. Hard Candy is one of them.
Oh my God. Oh, oh
Yes,
yes. I haven't
yes,
seen that movie in years.
yes. Hard Candy is a
Oh
movie that
yes.
people should see.
That is, yeah, that is good.
Yeah, I mean, even his work in the X-Men films was really good.
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is wonderful. Um, I'm here for this.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know how I feel. I am in support of marginalized others,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's people of color, whether it's LGBTQ plus, or whether it is people who are in poly or in open relationships. I'm
Mm-hmm.
into disabled. Um, I'm into it.
Yeah.
So here to support.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Next up, Disney did an amazing tribute for Chadwick Boseman.
Did you get a chance to check that out? The beginning part
Yes.
of it? Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? Because people just started throwing it up on Facebook,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
like, let me just double check and make sure. So I actually went to Disney Plus on my
Mm-hmm.
phone and
Mm-hmm.
looked
Mm-hmm.
and watched
Mm-hmm.
it, and I was like, damn. And I've been thinking about, I mean, as you can see,
Yeah. Nice.
and the purple. That's one of the
Mm-hmm.
reasons why I started wearing so much purple is
Mm-hmm.
because I started thinking about Chadwick and royalty and Black Panther and everything a
Mm-hmm.
lot. So I just started they changed the opening to Black Panther. How we normally have the montage of
Mm-hmm.
Marvel films of the MCU films in the
Mm-hmm.
Marvel logo. It's all shots of Chadwick Boseman as King T'Challa,
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther,
Mm-hmm.
um, and they did it for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a permanent change up, I believe, correct?
I believe so because it's still up there as of today. It's still up there, so yeah, it looks like it's a permanent thing.
This man, the outpouring of love and support that Disney has shown after his passing
Mm-hmm.
has been, I, I mean, incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly, it's been something that you wouldn't have expected. Truthfully, you wouldn't have.
yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, when you look at the person that Chadwick was, it's very rare that projects get someone that kind of embodies the character that they're trying to portray, right? Like,
That's true.
I think that, I mean, and when you look at Chadwick's career as a whole, like, there aren't many people who get to play the people he got to play in such a very short period of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, um, I think, I mean, obviously, when we talk about the MCU, we talk about, clearly, we talk about Robert Downey Jr., right? Being the linchpin, the guy that kind of got everything started, right?
Well, between him and Colson, but yeah,
Yeah, him and Colson. But
yeah.
when you when you think about Chadwick, it's kind of like I don't know how to definitely say it from Disney's perspective, but I think it's probably their most proudest achievement as far as casting goes, because the casting kind of matches the real life persona,
Mm.
and that's just you almost never get that. I mean, almost never. It almost
And
never happens.
it was unprecedented.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't seen someone embody
Yes.
a character this deeply
Yes.
since like Christopher Reeves
Oh
or
yeah,
Superman. Honestly,
it's interesting that you say that, because
yeah, honestly,
that's probably the most apt comparison, to
hmm
be honest.
yeah.
And I mean, to just think about all the things that Chadwick did, and he was suffering. You know what I mean? Like, he never gave
Never
in. He never gave in. He was
kept doing his
always,
job.
yeah, he was always there for other people, even when he probably should have been there for himself. You know what I mean?
He was doing make a wishes like type of visits
Yeah, yeah,
when he was
yeah,
dying.
yeah,
Remembering lines, running lines,
yeah,
rehearsing, working out, choreography, like fight choreography.
yeah.
Then I'm sure having to go into the booth to do like voiceover work and
Mm-hmm.
such like that,
Yeah,
continuously working and doing all this, and not just on the MCU stuff, but on other projects as well.
yeah. And I mean, keep in mind,
That's
this is,
incredible.
yeah, and keep in mind, this is also the dude who knew, in the face of him knowing that he was dying and knowing that he probably was going to pass, all he could think about was trying to get back into shape for Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
Insane. It's
So
just insane.
so anytime anyone in the geekdom, nerddom, fandom starts to yep, about
Mm,
stuff and
mm-hmm,
complaining,
mm-hmm.
just shut it down.
Yeah, yeah,
Shut that shit down and
yeah,
shut up.
yeah,
Be honest with you. And if you don't, you can go fuck yourself.
yeah.
I really don't care.
I agree with you, brother. I agree.
I'm at the
I
point where
completely
no.
agree.
So that tribute that they did is just really cool. Honestly,
Yeah,
they also still have the what is it? Farewell to the King.
yeah, yes.
They have that tribute on Disney
Mm-hmm,
on Disney Plus as well, which
mm-hmm,
they originally aired on ABC right after
mm-hmm,
they originally aired Black Panther.
mm-hmm.
Even doing that for them to show Black Panther, and it was uninterrupted by commercials. I want to say as well,
I believe so. Yes.
and it was the broadcast television premiere of it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
You know, next story.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna do that, brother. I saw that coming.
WB said, "Fuck your couch." WB to release all 17 movies
Mm,
um, simultaneously on HBO Max and in theaters in 2021. Not all at one time, but when their actual scheduled dates are.
yes.
Okay. I don't know what. Look, I was happy with Wonder Woman because I ain't going
Okay.
to the theaters.
Okay.
Now I got to go get more popcorn because I got like 4 bags left because I'll be eating it.
Mm,
This is huge, unprecedented. Well, obviously, because we're in unprecedented times.
mm-hmm.
This is like, whoa.
Okay.
I don't know what's going to be the outcome of this as
Mm-hmm.
far as anything. I'm not mad. I'm not going to be negative because I don't, again, this is unprecedented. We don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
We've had um, one movie that was a big, like, premiere movie
Mm-hmm.
come out on streaming service, which was Mulan, correct? We haven't had anything from WB, right?
No, we have
We
not.
haven't had anything, no. And the other big movie was Tenet, but that wasn't released on any streaming service. Sony doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have a streaming service, correct?
Wait,
There's no
say that again?
partnership with anybody. Sony.
No, Sony doesn't, but Tenet was a WB movie.
Oh, Tenet was WB?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was Sony for some reason. I don't know why I thought it was
Mm-mm.
Sony.
Mm-mm.
But yeah. Um, but I think if you were going to start with a movie, Wonder Woman is the movie to do.
Yeah.
On their part, I should say. On their
Yeah,
part.
yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't have Oh, well, with Tenet might have been an okay thing because at least you could dip the waters because nobody knew what was going to happen with that one.
Yeah, but I think that's a Nolan thing. Like Nolan wants
Yeah,
his movies to be seen in a theater setting.
yeah.
He doesn't necessarily want it to be on streaming. So
Which I guess I
I get
understand.
it. I get it. I
As an
get it.
artist, I can see his point.
I get
But
it.
again, this is unprecedented times, unprecedented move.
Mm,
This is huge.
mm.
I get to watch Dune at home.
I saw you post that, brother. I saw you
And
post that.
somebody said, "Well, what about the Matrix?" I said, "Oh, wow, I forgot about the Matrix." But Dune,
Mm, mm.
I need to see that. I need to see that Kyle MacLachlan uh, cameo somewhere. I need spice. Like I need to see a. I don't know what have you, brother. Your thoughts? I'm not going to be mad. I'm not mad. I'm not anything about it. I'm just curious how this is going to play out. This is very interesting to me. Very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad per se. I'm not like it wasn't me that made the decision,
Mhm.
obviously, right? So, but I think that there could be some caveats with this, right? Like,
Well, I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be
and
details coming out.
yeah, and there are some obvious things just off the top of my head. Like, okay, I feel like they're gonna revisit this when and if things potentially get better before the end of 2021.
Hmm.
I think that they're going to probably end this goodwill stunt, for lack of a better word.
Hopefully not before Dune.
Exactly, towards fans. Um, I mean, it's a crapshoot, right? It's like it's the only thing that a studio like Warner Brothers at this point can try to do because and Amina and I were talking about this the other day, and Amina was like, "Well, she doesn't understand why these production and entertainment companies just don't take a loss." I'm like, "But they already are taking a loss." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And entertainment is very fickle. Like you cannot wait 2 to 3 years to release movies because
No.
your audience dries up. Like at some point, your audience is like, "Oh, well, this is never coming out," or "We don't know when it's coming out." So,
Especially
eh,
when you have like Netflix and Hulu and such
yeah,
constantly popping out fresh, hot content.
and that's the thing. Like,
You have to
yeah,
kind of try to keep up.
yeah. Like I understand their position here. Their position is like we have to kind of get some kind of money for these things. Like they can't just sit here. We've already invested all this money into it. It can't sit here for 2 to 3 years because then we definitely don't make any money. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
So they want the international money if they can get the international money, which I completely understand because the situation overseas is much better than it is here in the States as far as COVID goes.
Mm.
So I think what's interesting though is that they chose to not at least try to get some kind of money in addition to the subscription price, right? Like I don't think that they needed to
Mm.
necessarily charge $30 or even $20. Maybe if they had come in and said, you know what, we took a loss on this anyway. Let's just charge people $10 additional. Would have been a way to make a little bit of revenue. But okay, I get it. You're trying to not anger the fan, which is
Mm.
exactly what they're trying to do with this. Uh, I think also what's interesting is that these movies, from how I've read it, are only supposed to air on HBO Max for a month. Okay,
I ain't going nowhere.
true,
Bad.
but again, I think, and there's two other things I want to say about this. I think that, and you and I were talking about this last week. They suspended the free trial. The free trial is gone, so
Mm.
you can't even try out HBO Max if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Like you can't do it anymore. So it's either you're going to spend that 14.99 for the month and get what you can out of it, and if you don't want to be bothered, you're just going to cancel. And the other thing is, I think that this is a hard play for subscribers because
Mm,
HBO Max stumbled so badly out of the gate. Like they almost see this as the thing that they have to do now. You know what I mean? Like they don't have any other choice. Like they're looking at how Disney just kind of literally kind of just like obliterated all the other streaming services that were coming behind them in this last year. Like they have to do something. Like they can't sit there and be in third or fourth place with the
but
amount
this
of money that they spend.
but this will still get people in. You know, so
Yeah.
even if they did bring back the 1 month trial, let's
Mm-hmm.
say,
Mm-hmm.
what have you, and you okay, Wonder Woman is coming out. Let me get this for 1 month. Then you start going, oh wait, all these other movies are going to be coming out on here.
Yeah.
So then they're going to stay and they're going to wait, or they're going to drop it and
Or
come
pick and
back.
choose what movies they want to watch. Yeah.
So either way, they're still going to end up paying that service.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
So
not
I
mad at that idea at all. I'm not. You
so
have to do something.
yeah. So I'm assuming now because it's been confirmed because of Wonder Woman 84. HBO Max has now ushered itself into the 4K HDR era because
Hmm.
Wonder Woman is in 4K. It has to be in 4K if you're going to be charging people $14 a month to watch this, for
Yeah.
December. So it'll be interesting to see if they make their other content 4K. I haven't really looked on the 4K set that I have here to see if they changed other content on there now to 4K. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know if they're just going to make 4K just like their thing for like high profile things. Like, I don't know.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. But like I said, either way, I'm not mad at this at all.
Yeah.
We'll see how this plays out. But
Yeah.
it's very, very interesting.
Yes, very, very much so.
We said this, when everything started going on, that we will see how industries, how content providers, whether they were like smaller, like indie, to these big,
Yeah.
companies, see what they were going to do.
Yeah.
And everyone has come through in their own way, shape, or form, and evolved, adapted, or changed the game somehow.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if it pushes these other streaming services into doing something similar.
Yeah.
Like Disney kind of already was doing it in some smaller scale way, but are they going to push Disney to kind of decide to do this too, or are they going to push Peacock, which is basically Universal, to kind of do the same thing? Are they going to push CBS, which is Paramount, to kind of do the same thing? We'll see.
I think people are looking more at the bigger streaming services, which is kind of odd to say when you have something like Peacock and
Mm,
Access, which are these huge networks. But
mm,
I mean, I'm interested to see what happened. This is their, which is still kind of smart for them to do, because with Wonder Woman being Christmas, everybody's looking for what's going to be that Christmas release that
yeah,
everybody's going to do,
absolutely, absolutely.
because Netflix kind of made a staple of that,
Yeah,
doing it every year.
yeah.
This year, Disney Plus has Soul,
Mm-hmm.
um, and HBO Max has Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where they go with, like, what happens after that. Look, start doing stuff for Easter, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa,
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Flag Day. I don't care. Whatever.
Exactly.
Arbor Day, Secretary Week. I don't care. I just
Exactly.
whatever happens, I want them to succeed. I want them to keep pushing each other. Iron sharpens iron. Keep pushing each other. Keep leveling up, and just putting out that content and keeping people employed. Keeping, actors doing their thing. Everybody keep working in this time right now, and people who are home or who might work at home, what have you, keep them entertained with content, stuff like that. It's a
Yeah,
nice kind
absolutely.
of cycle.
Absolutely.
See,
Absolutely.
see positivity, cultivating that positivity. I keep doing my hands like this, like some Craig Mack kind of.
Okay, Craig Mack.
That Craig Mack.
1,000 degrees.
Oof. Wah. Yeah, yeah. So I was speaking about Dune, and I'm excited for that because
Yes.
Oscar Isaacs. But Oscar Isaac also has just been has also been
Yes.
tapped to play Solid Snake in a Metal Gear movie.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the man is just out here doing it. He really is.
Mm,
And this is going to be for Sony?
yeah, probably. I
Yeah,
would
Sony?
imagine so. Yeah.
Wait, does this mean we're going to get a Venom Solid Snake crossover movie? Might be. That's why I see.
I hope not. I hope not.
Tom Hardy, Oscar Isaacs,
Yeah, okay.
he's not who I would have thought of.
Mm,
Honestly, who I would have gotten Kurt Russell. To be honest with you,
okay.
I mean, he pretty much played,
Mm,
Snake
mm,
Plissken. I mean,
mm,
and I love that joke in the games too. If you know, you know. If you don't know, go
mm,
look it up or something, what have you.
mm.
Again, I'm a fan of Oscar Isaacs. I was actually just watching what's the name the other day again on Netflix. Triple.
Frontier.
Yes, watching that again.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, like because I'm excited about him being in Dune. I think he's playing Gertie in Dune.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, um, but I'm here for it,
Yeah.
honestly. I haven't played excuse me, a Metal Gear game in I don't know how long.
Mm-hmm.
It's been years.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one that's free, but I just haven't played it. It's just so off the wall. I actually know it's Sons of Liberty might be the last ones that I played.
Yeah.
Was it Sons of Liberty? Yeah, 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 with Raiden. I think that no, I played one after that. Sorry. Yeah, but I just want to hear that alert sound, and then you see that sandwich over his head and run around.
Exactly.
If anybody
Exactly.
can make it work, it's Oscar Isaacs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's go to TV and streaming news.
Mm.
Man, wow. They would not keep their foot off my neck. Um, seriously, they were just coming out. The minute I finished a run sheet, they'd be like, "Oh, word, you done?" Mulan is now available
Yeah.
for all Disney Plus subscribers. I haven't watched it yet. I got to be honest with you, I'm not in a rush to watch it,
Okay.
but I will watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I thought it was supposed to be like later than this for some reason.
What'd you say?
I thought they were going to be releasing Mulan for everyone later than this. I didn't think it was going to be
No, it's
now. For
been
some,
about what has it been like? It's been pretty much 90 days since they put it on Premiere Access.
because I know that they had a date, but I thought the date was later than this week that they did it.
I mean, I think they probably would have done it later if they had not decided to put Soul out.
Sold out, yeah. Wait a minute,
Yeah,
maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe Mulan was supposed to be Christmas, and they pushed it up.
maybe,
That's a
probably,
possibility.
probably.
Um, but I think it's a better idea to put Soul, something new,
Mm-hmm.
and especially something for kids and such like that. I don't know how family friendly Mulan is. Um,
Somewhat, somewhat.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I've heard fair to Midland about it, and then I've heard some just I'll watch
Visual,
it while I'm making a sandwich.
yeah.
That's what I'll say.
You funny guy.
For Mulan.
Visually, Mulan is stunning. It's
Mhm.
stunning. It's just absolutely stunning. Like, think visually, think
Hero.
Hero meets Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Think
Mm.
of it that way. Like visually, it's amazing, and I don't think we've ever seen. I, I don't want to say we've never seen, but as far as like hitting all the notes like visually that you saw kind of in the animation years ago,
Hmm.
it meets that if not surpasses it.
Really.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I think the story is just And
Flat.
it's sad, right? Because the story is just better in the animation, even
Hmm.
though a lot of people would probably say that the story is a more Americanized in the animation, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
because you're able to
it.
do more with the well, not do more, but you're able to
Right,
play it more with the
right,
animation.
right. I think the story is flat in the live action movie, and that's what hurts Mulan. It's not that it's not worth watching, because it is. Just don't expect to feel the exact same way you felt when you watched the animation.
I've never watched it. I've never actually seen the movie.
The animation?
Yeah, I actually
Oh,
I tried to watch it after I watched Moana,
okay.
and I just wasn't feeling it. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I think it was because Moana is so like I was like
Mm-hmm.
floored by Moana, and then I tried to
Right.
watch it, and I was like, I'm not.
I,
Like, it just wasn't grabbing me.
I hear
You
you,
know what I
brother.
mean?
Actually, you should probably you should make that a double feature one day. Watch the animation first,
Mm.
and then compare it to the live action.
Is there singing in the live action?
Is there?
I would think you would remember that.
I want to say yes, but it's less, like way less.
That's good because
Yeah.
I tapped out when it started singing around a campfire or something. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Mm,
I'm out.
okay.
I'm out.
Yeah, you're not very much a musical guy then.
It depends because well, you know,
Mm,
with Moana, because I worked at Toys R Us for all those years, I heard
mm-hmm.
those songs every day, but I had never seen the movie,
Okay.
but I knew the songs.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So
Okay.
then when they started coming on, I was like, yeah, and it
Yeah.
hearing it every day is one thing, but then when you see the characters playing it out visually
Yeah.
and the animated choreographed scenes that they have,
Yeah. It
it kind of
just kind
adds
of
to it a little bit more.
clicks. Yeah, it
Yeah,
clicks in a way that it doesn't when you just listen to the music. Yes.
yeah, exactly. Which is kind of the opposite because normally when you see like a
Yeah.
music video, let's say, it gets you into the song, then you're able to listen to it
Mm-hmm.
without that. It was like
Yeah.
a reverse, but it was kind of like,
Yeah.
indoctrinated in my damn head because I couldn't tell them, hey, can you turn my music off
Yeah. Yeah.
between that and One Direction. I'm
Yeah.
fucking sick of that shit. But no, but Moana was just like that. I'll probably watch it again, honestly.
Yeah.
And Mandalorian. We had last night's episode. It was only 33 minutes.
I actually haven't seen last night
Oh,
yet.
it was very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Ticked boxes, man.
Did it
Definitely.
even more boxes than the week before boxes?
Yeah, but you know
Okay.
what? You know what? Different boxes.
Okay. Yeah.
Different, and it kind of opened up the world a little bit more.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it was definitely, and like I said, it was only 33 minutes,
Okay.
so it was a shorter episode than normal.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a lot in those 33 minutes.
Okay.
Directed by Robert Rodriguez.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
when you watch it, you'll probably be able to see his flavoring in
Influence.
there. Yeah,
Mm,
definitely.
okay.
Definitely. But it was a good episode. I think this is episode what, 6,
I think so.
and so they're probably going to end in 8, probably because I think that's what they did first season was 8 episodes.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
which again does not bother me at all. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
This is
What
the
was
way.
I was gonna say? I actually watched one of Robert Rodriguez's more underrated films in the last 5 years the other day.
What's that?
Alita Battle Angel. Again, I'd not seen it since I'd seen it in the theater, and I watched it the other day.
I totally forgot that he did that movie. I've only seen it once, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I, her eyes still bug me the hell out. Just
Yeah.
it's like when everybody else is like has like real world eyes, and she has the
Mm-hmm.
anime eyes. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
you got to tone it. Can somebody get her some sunglasses or a blindfold?
Mm-hmm.
Just somebody get her an eye patch, something to cut this
Yeah.
down.
Well, let me ask you, brother. What do you think? Do you think Mandalorian season 2 is better than season 1 so far, or it's just different?
It's just different. There's no,
Okay.
I kind of don't subscribe to the whole good or
Mm-hmm.
better thing. It's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Like good or bad things with stuff like this. It's just a different feel, and it opens it's opened it up more.
Mm-hmm.
So last week when I was talking about Grogu, aka his mama call him Baby Yoda, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
call him Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Grogu ties more into the story because at first it was more like a mascot. It was just a prop that was
Mm,
there.
mm, mm,
Ironic that I'm saying it was just a prop when it actually is
mm, mm,
literally a prop.
mm.
But
Yeah.
and I was saying that they could like cut 5 minutes out of each episode
Mm-hmm.
of because they give you a because this season has been very heavy Grogu,
Mm-hmm.
but it finally ties
Yes.
in this episode. It finally ties in.
Okay.
So I look back and I was like, okay, so that makes sense. All right, cool. Because I able to look back and go, okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. It's just a different. The first one wasn't so much. It was like an aimless drifter
Mm-hmm.
with a baby, lone wolf and cub. Let's say
Yeah.
this season, there's an actual direction that Mando is going,
Yeah.
and you find out that direction in this episode.
Okay.
So I'm cool with it. I mean, if it was Basura, I would say, look, it's not good. A lot of people starting to come out now and saying they don't like it. They don't like Mandalorian. It's formulaic. It's dry. It's repetitive. Yes, it is. I think that's on purpose. It's a definite throwback to 80s. Like I've said every week, it's a throwback to 80s. Like those shows. Like how repetitive was A Team?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
How
Exactly.
repetitive was that?
Exactly.
How
Exactly.
repetitive was Knight Rider? Oh, I gotta hit boost kit. Like how repetitive
Exactly.
was that?
Exactly.
Airwolf. If I could just
Exactly.
get to the chopper, I can save the day.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about this
Oh,
last week where I said it feels like they're definitely opening it up to something bigger,
yeah.
right? And I mean, again, I applaud Mandalorian for doing the things that they do because there are very few shows that would say let's start introducing these characters from other properties that are really really popular. And I know
Hmm.
I've seen some people in my feed who are irritated about that. Like they're like, oh well, this is the problem with the show. Like it now makes you have to go back and watch other things. But
No,
why
you
does
don't.
that matter?
No, you
Like even
don't.
if you don't want to,
No.
I would think that that's a good thing, right? Because now it introduces you to things that maybe people have been talking about on the periphery for a long time that you almost had no interest or didn't even know existed. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not like friend of the show Robert Jeffrey, who seems to have blown through everything Star Wars on the surface. It looks like,
But yeah, I think he like just read a book this week on of Star Wars. Or was it Star Trek? I can't remember. But he's
so,
big into sci-fi opera type
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And I mean, I haven't watched everything Star Wars on the service either, but I know some things. Like I know
Hmm.
that Ahsoka Tano is huge. Like she's hugely popular in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and I mean it's a risk, right? It's a risk on Disney's part to be like, let's introduce her in Mandalorian, because then if she becomes this, if she's as big as people think that she is, she could literally kind of take over the show, right?
Or she could have her own spinoff, depending on
E-
how long they want
exactly.
Amando to be
Exactly.
around. I don't I think if people are upset about the fact that they're introducing characters that are from other properties,
Mm-hmm.
well, shouldn't say other properties, but other like comics or shows or what have you.
Yeah.
I think some people might be upset about that because it's one more thing that they have to go and watch when there's so much now that they're trying to keep up with.
All right.
I know that feeling. Believe me, the pile of comics I have is ridiculous now. It's always been ridiculous. Now it's even worse.
All right.
But it's also the fact of these are some characters that I don't know
Mm-hmm.
that I know that I can look up on maybe Wikipedia, what have you,
Yeah.
or I don't have to because it's self-contained. I don't need to.
Exactly.
I don't
And
need to. I'm
yeah.
not going to watch Clone Wars. I'll be honest with you. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch that. But I know who she is. I know
Yeah.
she's popular. I know
Mm-hmm.
that she's the one who they said should have been
Mm-hmm.
star of a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't need to. We don't need to do everything. We
Right.
don't. You've got the, and I understand the obsessive compulsive need to want to take in all the content and all the things and
Mm-hmm.
everything and just,
Mm-hmm.
just freebase it. I know that. Like I know that. Yes, I just said freebasing. It's 2020, and I just brought up freebasing. Scotty, I'm gonna die. Like, no, I
Exactly.
know, but
Exactly.
we don't
Exactly.
have to. I see the Clone Wars stuff pop up, and I go, "Yeah, I'm good." Mandalorian next episode. Because I don't need to. Some people are like Robert is
Yeah.
watching through it. I
Yeah.
want to say, and he's in heaven. He's
Yeah.
the twists and turns and everything. It's like that's great, but it's not for me. I'm happy with my. I like self-contained stuff at
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. I
It,
think.
it gives you little nods. It gives you
Yeah.
little links to everything, which is great because you can open it up.
Yeah.
But then it's also right here.
Yeah, I think the thing that irritated me in my feed is that now it looks like people are trying to compare it to Avengers, and now all of a sudden there's this backlash about Avengers that you have to go back and watch everything to kind of understand what's going on. None of you were complaining about this when we were in the 22 film saga. Not one of you were complaining about it. So now all of a sudden it's a problem?
Man, fuck you.
Like, get out of here.
No,
Get out of here. Y'all the same ones that'll be up watching WandaVision when it comes on,
corny. They
and then you'll be
not the show.
fiending for
The people saying it.
yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah,
WandaVision, but the show, which
yeah,
is going to be premiering January 25th. No,
January
or
15th,
15th. Excuse me, yes, 15th,
15th,
which is awesome.
and then you'll be killing yourselves to not wait until Falcon and Winter Soldier comes
Mhm.
on. Like, get out of here with that nonsense. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Get
That's why I
out of
don't
here.
believe we've been inside too long, and people want to complain about that. I'll tell you what, watch it, don't watch it. It's
Yeah,
cool. Whichever way you go, it's cool, what have you, but
yeah,
stop all that whining and shit, man.
yeah.
Go drink
Please.
some water because your lips is kind of dry. Um, so let's go on to HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
I caught the first episode of The Flight Attendant, which has 5 episodes, I want to say out. Are the
Yep.
4 or 5 episodes?
5.
I caught the first 20 minutes of it before we started the live stream. Ooh, good. Really enjoyed the humor, murder mystery vibe to a very interesting plot too. Uh, Kaylee Cuoco plays a flight attendant all over the world, flying everywhere, party girl, what have you, but lives in New York. Everyone has to live in New York. I mean,
Mm.
I love New York, but god damn, there are other cities in the fucking country. Jesus. But I just at a certain point, give me
Mm,
somewhere else, please.
mm,
Anyway, she's all jet setting all over the place, what have you. Um, she is on a she's on a flight. She's striking it up with this passenger. They're having a good time. She wakes up to the passenger lying dead next to her. She doesn't know what happened,
yes.
and then it goes from there. I'm enjoying. That's where I stopped because have to do this. This is responsible adult shit right here. We gotta talk about shit. I'm a responsible adult, so I put on my comic book T-shirt, and
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm
In my
enjoying
in
it.
my faux union suit.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
You've caught more episodes than I have.
Yeah.
How are you digging on it?
Oh, it's really good. It almost has no business being as good as it is. You know what I mean? Um, it's really well cast.
Yeah,
Um, there's another person who's in the show who is the daughter of a famous director who was in a previous show called Girls. um,
oh yes,
I think her name
yes,
is I can't. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher her first name. I think it's Josiah Mamet is her name. Um,
yes,
she's really good in the show
yeah,
too, and you'll meet her soon. She's oh, you probably have already. Maybe
yeah,
the first
yeah,
20
yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
She is
There's an unknown caller on her phone that she had to get. She got like a
yes,
burner phone. So I was like, where
yes,
you get that phone from?
yes.
7-Eleven? Where you get that phone from, baby?
She is Kaylee Cuoco's character's best friend, and she's also a lawyer. And she
Hmm.
plays in the following episode. She will her role will expand. Let's just say
Yeah.
that. It
I'm already liking her more in this than I did in Girls, and I
yeah
watched about 2 episodes. Excuse me, 2 seasons of Girls.
yeah. This is a really good show. Like Kaylee Cuoco to me is I'm almost glad like you and I talked about before we got on the show that I'm glad I didn't watch um this
Big
show,
Bang
Big
Theory.
Bang Theory. I'm glad I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm totally
because
fine with
I
it.
don't know if it would make me appreciate the things that she's been doing, especially with this show. And really, my real only other exposure to her was through Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
I I think that if I had watched Big Bang Theory, it wouldn't have me appreciate her the way that I do right now. And unpopular opinion, I think that she is probably a candidate for Warner Brothers to play a live action Harley Quinn at some point. I could imagine, I could completely see it happening.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, I could completely see it happening. I could completely see it if they can't, if Margot finally says, I'm done, and they just want to keep Harley around.
Hmm.
I could see them offering it to Kaylee Cuoco. And I could literally see her doing a really good job with it.
Yeah, she definitely can because I mean she knocks out the park in the animated series.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm familiar with her from Harley, from Flight Attendant,
Mm-hmm.
and from Eight Simple Rules.
Yeah.
Like that's my knowledge of her, and
Mm-hmm.
Harley just knocked me out.
Yeah.
Harley was amazing, and this series is great. Like I said, the 20-30 minutes that I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
awesome, love it. HBO Max, you're coming along and you're
Mm-hmm.
doing much better with content, and you're starting to spit out some great stuff. So keep it going. Speaking of great
Yeah.
stuff, Euphoria Special. Um,
Yes. Yes.
this is what I do. Euphoria Special. I believe it might be a one shot, or each character is going to have
I think there's
one
two episodes.
because it's supposed.
Two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this one is about Rue,
Yeah.
Zendaya's character, who is the quotation mark, like air quotes lead.
Mm-hmm.
But this show
Did
is
you
such a
watch it yet or
phenomenal.
no?
No, no, I haven't watched. I haven't
No.
watched. I was actually kind of saving it for tonight,
Yeah. Yeah.
just because we're huge fans of the show. And when I saw that, I was like, wait, and this is an HBO
Yeah.
Max
Yeah.
exclusive.
I saw it on. I saw. I didn't even know where I saw it. I was no. I know exactly where I saw it. I was on Twitter and then I saw this thing come up and it was like playing like a trailer and I'm like, and it's saying like new episode of Euphoria. I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't know anything about the show coming back now.
Hmm.
Right? So then I was like, I watched the trailer and I'm like, okay. And then I immediately had to go look it up to be like,
Hmm.
okay, is it coming back in December? Like, did they move it
Yeah,
all the way up? Or, and then I saw it's like a special episode, which is great to me.
it's amazing because this again is going to be like this is just for Rue. This is the
Yeah,
aftermath,
yeah.
and her spending Christmas by herself and what
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I need to rewatch the show and then watch this because Euphoria was so damn good.
Yeah.
But you know what else gives you a euphoric feeling when new
What's
shows are added to HBO Max?
yes,
So
exactly.
we've
Yeah,
got
look at you, bro.
Stargirl was added, Southland, which was such.
Mm-hmm.
I think I watched all but maybe 1 or 2 seasons of this series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was really impressed by it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Another Regina King project,
Mm-hmm.
and also Falling Skies, which I did not watch.
Yeah, I didn't. I
Um,
watched that.
but I heard it was good. I think it went on for about 5 seasons, maybe
Yeah, something like that.
about. Um,
Did you
but
watch Stargirl at all?
I watched the first episode.
Okay.
You know how I get down with CW.
That's also another show that has no business being as good as it is.
So I'll probably watch it on here on
Mm-hmm.
HBO Max
Mm-hmm.
rather than watching it on CW actually.
Yeah,
But
it almost doesn't feel like a CW show, to be honest with you.
yeah, it
Eh,
doesn't. It
Yeah,
it doesn't. Which is I don't.
and I don't know if
Yeah, because
that's
it doesn't have that
because
Arrowverse feel.
yeah, and
Let's
I don't know
say.
if that's because Jeff Johns is so has that show so close to the vest for him. I
Hmm.
don't know what it is, but it's really good. Like I was thoroughly impressed by it. You know what I mean?
That's that's a good sign because I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it, and I like seeing Luke Wilson.
Yeah. Luke
It was just
Wilson and
cool to
Amy
see him
Smart.
as
Luke Wilson
yeah.
and Amy Smart
Yes,
both.
yes, 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 Amy Smart on there.
Yeah.
Um, but speaking of smart moves for the CW, man, I, first off, that segue was delicious. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. The other ones were like the appetizer. That was the main
Yeah,
course. I'm
you
just
put
saying.
you put all kinds of sauce on that segue, brother.
I put my foot in that one. I put my foot in them greens, brother. I did. It was so good that I forgot the segue. Ava DuVernay is going to be
Ah,
bringing
yes, I saw that.
DC's Naomi to the CW.
I saw that.
Now, if you want to get me to come back to the CW,
Mm,
this is how you do it.
mm,
You give me Ava DuVernay, which I'm excited about the new gods when that's going to be, starting production, so whenever that begins, because I'm a fan of Ava DuVernay. And then you're giving me Naomi. Naomi is a character created by Bendis and David F. Walker,
mm,
Brian Michael Bendis and David F. Walker. And the art is by Jamal Campbell, I believe, who's doing the art for Far Sector now.
mm,
This is about a young black girl who was adopted, and and she lives in a town where nothing really happens. Superman has come there a couple of times and had fights
mm,
with characters. So she's kind of obsessed with Superman and superheroes, such like that. And then
mm.
she finds out that she is not what she appears to be at all.
Right.
I yeah, yeah. This was last minute news. I want to say last night that I saw.
Mm.
I'm so down for this, man. I'm so down for this. If you haven't read the comic, if possible, check it out. I think there's only one season of it out now, which I think is what it's starting to do with comics. I'm starting to call them seasons and not arcs,
Okay.
which shows that they're trying to connect it more to TV and such like that. But I
Mm.
like saying arc. I'm an old school cat like that. I just
Right.
do.
Right.
This excites me to no end. To be honest with you, are you familiar with Naomi at all?
I am. I haven't read it, but I do know what you're talking about. It's one of the things that I kind of wanted to read. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah,
I think there's a comicsology sale for DC where this is on sale. Just
isn't there always
there is when I'm
sponsorship?
around.
Sponsorship.
Speaking of sponsorship, G4, get at me.
Yeah.
I watched their reunion special last night on
I have
Summer.
that in my queue too to watch. When I saw it the other day, it was popped up. I was like, oh what?
The amount of flashbacks and I only watched about 15 minutes of like one no, no, maybe like 30 minutes of the amount of
Mm,
flashbacks and stuff. I was like, oh my god! But I started looking at it, everybody, and I was like, something's missing in this
mm,
group.
mm,
Get at get at the fandom initiative. Get at the fandom initiative for real. Bring back Blair Butler.
yes.
She would do. I think her thing was called Fresh Ink, where she would
Mm-hmm.
review comics on there every so often.
Mm-hmm.
For real, yeah.
Yeah.
Fandom Initiative 1 at gmail.com. Get at us. Comment below G4. I'm telling you right now, I'm trying to manifest this mess for 2020. I gotta do laptop. Why does my mustache look red? I don't understand that. All right, whatever. Anyway, yeah, this is exciting. I'm really looking forward to this news that is going to be coming out about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy. This makes me want to go back and read Naomi over again because it's just beautiful and the writing, oh, so good, so
Yeah.
good, so good. It's just, and the artwork is great. But the artwork of the God of High School is amazing as well. Season 1 is up on HBO Max. The whole
Mm-hmm.
season, 13 episodes. You can binge it in a day and you will love it. It's yeah, just go watch it. Just do what you're supposed to do when you do with the thing now.
Mm.
It's just yeah, you think it might be a little fan service, but then it doesn't go that route at all. It doesn't. It's just fighting and fun, and there's yeah, it just has a really good feeling to it. I'm just digging it.
Okay.
They actually put up Juju Kenshin, which is a new anime that people have been talking about. They
Mhm.
put it up and it's dubbed. I
Mhm.
watched the first episode today,
Mhm.
and halfway through, I was watching. I was like, "This is a pretty cool premise." But you know what would be pretty cool for an anime is if they did this, or some type of series. And I was like, "Yeah, this is a pretty cool idea." And as I'm having the idea, they actually did it, and I was like,
Mm.
"Never mind. Okay, Lem- y'all probably gonna do it better anyway. Let me see what y'all got going on." Cool,
Yeah.
straight. It's awesome. Yeah, it's about curses, supernatural, like this school of sorcerers that fight curses. Um, and then it kind of takes a left turn when they were talking about the curse in the first episode, and I was like, oh, that's not how I was thinking that the curse could
Yeah.
happen, but it whatever, but it was good
Yeah.
stuff. Let's go to Netflix. Netflix has a kind of a mix of sci-fi, speculation, and science, like actual science and such like that. Called Alien Worlds. Worlds. It's this documentary about life on other worlds.
Mhm.
Think of like Animal Planet, but you're actually watching like alien creatures on their
No.
planet, their natural habitat.
Okay.
I started watching some of it today, and I was like, this is really good. This is really good. I can't even be mad at y'all about this.
Mm.
It's something so different and interesting, and it's probably, I mean, as a documentary, quote unquote,
Mhm.
kind of
Mhm.
docu series,
Yeah.
but they mixing the three of them together, and it's really good. It's like, yeah, it's like Animal Planet, but you're watching these alien beings in their natural habitat. It's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
Um, AMC Plus. We talked about this last week.
Mhm.
Um, I went looking around, didn't really see much about it, what have you. Robert Jeffrey posted about Gangs of London,
Mhm.
something that we had talked about. I wanted to see it, but wasn't getting another streaming service. Amazon Prime. You can thank you, Quasimodo. Amazon Prime. I got AMC Plus for a month free.
Oh, really?
Jump on it
Okay.
because all the episodes of Gangs of London are up there.
Okay.
Gangs of London. Robert Jeffrey actually described it the best way. Think of The Godfather and The Raid
Okay.
set in London.
Mhm.
And then it turns out that Garth Evans, I believe his name
Mhm.
is the guy who co-created the series. And you get his flavor in that first episode, but it's out of nowhere. Like you don't realize it.
Mhm.
Like because you don't see, the names. I mean, you're
Mhm.
watching it, and all of a sudden this fight, and you're like, "What the? Wait, what?"
Mhm.
Raw, visceral, gritty, but stylistic,
Mhm.
which is like that style of fighting that is in the Raid and the Raid 2, which are two of my favorite action movies. I absolutely love the Raid. Is I've seen it about 20 times.
Mhm.
I've watched it dubbed, I've watched it subtitled, and I watched it with just the audio, just the audio, because I was just so
Right.
enamored with everything. It's beautiful.
Right.
Um, have you seen the Raid?
I have not. I have not, brother.
Bruh, that you I'm about to leave this world. It's
I've heard
yeah,
many, many good things about the raid.
it's and then the second one is just as good. Um, a little more visceral
Mm-hmm.
because the fights are very visceral, they're gritty, what have you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's beautiful. I love London gangster stuff. I remember watching The Craze on Showtime years ago about the twins.
Mm-hmm.
Guy Ritchie.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say is Guy Ritchie. Layer Cake,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
which is
The film that got Daniel Craig James Bond. Yes.
that's my favorite Daniel Craig movie.
Mm-hmm.
That movie is so good. So
Mm-hmm.
many. no pun intended, but layers, storytelling and stuff like that's
Mm-hmm.
just really good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but think of that like the gritty London gangster movies, which I love. I love just,
Yeah.
and if you notice the way that I'll speak at times, like I'll use like slang from all over, and I
Mm-hmm.
use a lot of like London English gang, like bloody hell,
Mm-hmm.
bollocks, sod off,
Mm-hmm.
wanker,
Mm-hmm.
taking a piss,
Mm-hmm.
can't even be asked, things
Mm-hmm.
like this. And I grew up watching BBC. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, are you being served? That show was just ridiculous.
Yes, yes, yes.
So add that with the raid and the fights, and you have this incredibly multicultural, diverse cast too of people from all over. You have um, black. You have, I think it was Pakistani. I want to say is what the
Mm-hmm.
characters are. I believe they were saying
Mm-hmm.
Croatian, I believe as well. You have travelers. I'm the part of it. You have English. One of the leads is the husband from his house.
Oh, okay, okay,
I'm
yeah.
looking at him and I'm like, damn, this dude looks really familiar. What do I? So I had to look him up.
Right, right, right.
I busted a Cinema God movie. I was like, let me look at this guy. Let me look at this shit. And I saw it and I was like, oh my God, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's an English actor as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that I thought he was actually, I thought the dude was African. I legit thought he was African. You still haven't
Mm-hmm.
seen his house, have you?
I have not. I plan on watching it though,
Bro, that
very soon.
it was just watch it at night.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
you
yes.
know watch at night with the lights off. Lights
Yes.
off. Lock your door. You know what? Watch it in the dark with your lights off and leave your closet door open. For some reason, leaving the closet door open in the dark is the scariest thing ever.
Mm,
Because that's where like the boogeyman comes out from.
yeah, exactly.
Because we're grown ass adults talking about the boogeyman coming out the closet, whatever. But yeah, definitely check this out, man. I mean, you get a month and all the episodes are up,
Okay.
so you don't have to like wait, what have you.
Mm,
And AMC has taken over production, and they're going to get a season two.
okay.
I'm on episode five, I want to say now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just yeah, I'm just loving it. So check that out. Um, Comics. Let's run through these because y'all were trying to just kill a brother this week with everything that y'all between TV and movies. Y'all was just running the gamut on everything. All right, so let's it's just I mean, but again, I love everything that's out there. The content is beautiful, it's lovely, it's amazing.
Mm,
Um, doing everything out there, so I can't be mad at that. But what happened? All right, so comics. These are couple that were out this week and some that were out this week. It's a hodgepodge, obviously, but you know I'm all about the indie comics as well.
mm,
Go support your local comic book shops. Order. A lot have curbside service. You can order and they'll send them to you. It's the end of the year, so a lot of them are having Black Friday sales, and the sales, or some of them, the sales are extended just because you know they know how the world is right now. So go check them out, please.
yeah.
Um, whether you're hitting up JHU, Anyone Comics, Vault of Midnight,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, Midtown Comics, the Comic Crypt, which is like 10 minutes from me. Awesome.
Yeah.
Just go check them out. All right, so here's a quick rundown. We have Smart Whimsy. I'm going to say the company, the publisher, then I'm going to say the comic. Smart Whimsy, Dark Trade Surf Girl, AWA Studios, Upshot, Erratic number one, Image Comics. We have Philadelphia number 10 and Dead Body Road. Damn, I really put all these in this damn ticker. Why did I think I was going? I went ham on this, man. I was like, yo, y'all gonna get this work. Um, but I also always on the Instagram and our FB page, I always put up the comics that are hitting me, that are looking really cool. I always put their pictures up and I
Mm,
tag, artists and creators if I can, or what have you, and even comic book shops. So if you're missing it here, just let me know and I'll point you direction to our IG. I don't know what to tell you.
yeah.
That's pretty much it. We also have Dead Body Road number 6 that came out. Then we have Vault Comics. We have Bleed Them Dry number 5. Excuse me. And we have I Walk with Monsters. This is the comic that I was thinking about last week when I said how Hannibal is shot and filmed, has that dark feel. And
Yes.
this is the comic that I wish if you could transfer this comic to that whole setup, the feel, the art, the direction, the writing, everything like that, this would be
Mm-hmm.
the comic.
Okay.
It just has that all that feel. Um, then we have Aftershock Comics came with Kaiju Score. This is the one about planning a heist during a
Mm-hmm.
kaiju appearance
Mm-hmm.
attack. Just funny as hell to me. They also have a Sympathy for No Devils #2 came out. And then we have from DC, the Young Animals division, we have Far Sector #9. Love this story. I hope this is something that will be on HBO Max one day as far as their DC Universe Nation, whatever they're going to call it, block.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome stuff. Then we also have the untold story of the DC Universe Book 1. We have Black um, Lightning telling his whole story from when his father dies and how he talks about Superman coming to his neighborhood and talking shit to him because he didn't like the fact that he was out there, being a vigilante. And he was like, but nobody's saying anything to Batman.
Mm-hmm.
It shows, and it actually kind of highlights the other DC's other untalked about Trinity of Black Lightning, John Stewart, Green Lantern, and Vixen,
Mm-hmm.
like that mirror kind of thing. Awesome stuff. This is out of the Black Label side of DC.
Mm-hmm.
It's really damn, yeah. It was like you were reading like a history book almost, which is I guess the feel that they want you to read because it's untold history.
Okay.
But it was just so the way storytelling nowadays has evolved in such a way, whether it's movies, TV, directing, writing, choreography, art is just amazing to me. I'm This is why it's so hard to jump from thing to thing because your mind gets stuck on something and you're like, damn, the way they did that choreography, the way they wrote that scene, the way they acted it out.
Yeah.
It's just fly
Yeah.
on the wall, fly on the damn wall. Um, DC Nation presents DC Future State. Extremely excited about this. This is a free comic that was out up on Comixology. It gives you kind of like a little idea of what's going to be happening, who the characters are, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to be reading every damn series that comes out because it's for a limited time. I'm going to be reading every damn series because it just all looks so amazing to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the names attached to these books is incredible, and I'm really happy. As far as Marvel Comics, we have Power Pack #1.
Mm-hmm.
Um, these young heroes are back. This is one of the first like young group of heroes I can think of as a kid, and they had issues that they really dealt with. I remember one that they talked about um, uh, being sexually assaulted
Mm-hmm.
and attacked and molested. Now, when I was stuck in my head for a kids comic to be talking about that,
Mm-hmm.
such a it was similar to how Different Strokes did it as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that you were expecting, but here we are with this really powerful statement. So this is going to be part of their outlawed story. Again,
Mm-hmm.
about young people cannot use their powers and being outlaws with for it. We also have Werewolf by Night. We have uh, Falcon and Winter Soldier issue 5. This is the last issue of that arc.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really fun, just a really fun series. The
Yeah.
last, the last, the last issue. I almost said episode because that's kind of how it felt.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a melee of fighting going on. One-liners,
Mm-hmm.
funny, great. Just yeah, I just really enjoyed it. Shang-Chi #3 is out also, as well as Champions, outlawed again because they're a young group of heroes. #3 is out as well. Go check out all these comics. There's so many comics. And plus I didn't even put some stuff that came up from Kickstarter. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm loving it. But I'm loving it. And as far as gaming, Assassin's Creed, um, Valhalla came out. I really don't give a shit. I'm, I just put it on there because it was gaming, and I felt like throwing something up there. I just really, I, you know what? The Assassin's Creed series has been incredibly beautiful. I remember playing the first game.
Mm-hmm.
I was late to it, and I played it, and I was like, my God, this is beautiful. This is the way the story, the depth of it, the way they were able to go. Then the Ezio trilogy,
Mm-hmm.
the 3 games was astounding because you literally start from his birth. You literally start with his birth. Literally start with his birth
Mm-hmm.
to him ushering in the new age of assassins.
Yeah.
And then there was Assassin's Creed. I'm trying to remember the name of it, where you play as Connor, who is half indigenous, Native American. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. It's the most beautiful. It just, and again, you get to have an indigenous lead in a
Mm.
huge franchise video game. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Then they were the pirate one, Black Flag, which I actually still have for my Xbox 360. Yes, I still have an Xbox 360. Shut up. Um, and I'm playing through that. And I have the other game after that. I think it was called Rebel or Assassin's Creed. I'm getting tired. I don't remember the name of the title, whatever.
Mm.
Um, then they started coming out with them every year, and that waters it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I just haven't really been with it. And this one is Vikings. I don't really give a shit about Vikings. I'll be honest with you. I couldn't. And I'm just mumbling right now because I just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm saying so. So that's pretty much everything
Yeah.
positive. Everything positive
Mm.
that's happened the last week or two or so. And there's a lot going on, man. It's everything.
Yeah. Brother, I didn't want you to get alarmed if you saw me tag you on Twitter for that free PS5. Did you see that or no?
There have been a lot. There have been a couple of uh uh
Yeah.
damn, like giveaways for PS5s
Yeah.
that I've been trying to share out and just like that. I don't want one. Thank you. I just don't want one because that means I got to get more games.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And I'm already side eyeing that one game, Godfall, that I was talking about because
Mm.
that mess just looks anything with like gods where they like have to fight and I don't know, just kind of just really cool to me. Like if I saw
Mm.
a game that it was um like Egyptian gods, let's say, it was like a fighting game with gods where I could be Anubis and I could just
Mm.
roll through,
Mm.
bet money. I mean, I just you know.
Yeah.
I'm not on Twitter really all that much. I'm gonna be real with you, brother. I haven't had an original tweet in I don't know how long.
Yeah, I know, brother. I know. I know.
But I appreciate the tag, brother. I appreciate the tag. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
First of all, you was gonna tell me that you had told on me to the cops because I got warned. I was gonna work. Going to shut my laptop right now. Just run out the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wet, soggy slippers in the rain and everything. Run out this piece. Um, I I'm trying to think if there's. It's so much. There's so much out there, man. So much. We say this continuously. There's so much out
Mm.
there. There's so much great stuff out there.
Yeah.
Um, are you going to be imbibing anything really cool as far as like tonight? What you might be watching or reading, such like that, brother?
Mandalorian, obviously.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah, yes, right. Well, you know
Trying to.
what? That flies by because, like I said, 33 minutes. It flies by, but there's a lot in there still.
Yeah. Trying to think. Oh, there's some other things I wanted to see too.
Oh, the photograph actually premieres tonight on HBO.
What's that?
The photograph
Yeah.
that 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 premieres tonight.
Ironically, that was the last movie I saw before the pandemic hit.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last movie I saw.
You should check that out though.
Oh,
Photograph is a good movie.
oh no, I definitely will because it'll be on the same time on HBO Max,
Yeah.
and I'll already be on there because I want to check out some more of the flight attendant.
Yeah. Trying to think what other things. The Selena series started on
Oh yes,
Friday.
yes, that's right. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah, there's just too much. Too much stuff in my queue that I'm never gonna get to.
there. Oh, I'm getting to that shit.
I'm definitely gonna get to that.
I'm getting to that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Selena thing. I also want to watch the Celia Cruz
Mm-hmm.
series on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Netflix for doing like those bio series on um like
Mm-hmm.
celebrities and people that you never normally wouldn't have seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, not on there. Like you would automatically think, oh, so it's going to be on Telemundo, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You would actually, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
Netflix is like, yeah, yeah, no, we about to make that.
Let me recommend another movie to you on Hulu. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you watched it yet? Run.
No, no, I haven't, but I've heard it's a kind of a wild, and that's Sarah Paulson, right?
Yep. Yep.
Sarah Paulson don't know how to say no to a job. She will not say no to shit.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
She will not. She is on like she's always on. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
always on. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I have to check that. I actually want to check that out, and I want to check out what's the name of that series with Arquette. I'm trying to remember her name. Um,
Patricia Arquette?
might be Patricia. It's the younger of the sisters who
Mm-hmm.
was in um the series about the psychic who would help the cops out.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
it's probably Patricia.
Yes. Yes. Patricia. Yeah, she's the
Yeah,
youngest. Yeah.
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 Um, I forgot the name of the series where she's a mother who and is dealing with like Munchausen's
Yes.
by proxy,
Yes.
such like
Yes.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to check that. They have a lot of dope stuff on there, but they're very low key.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Mm-hmm.
always just doing something. I mean, the highest profile thing they had lately was Hellstrom,
Yes.
but you know how low key they are. They haven't upped their prices.
Yeah. At least for the streaming component. For the live part, they have.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like that
Mm-hmm.
regular base, no, they haven't. They're
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
they're chilling like, nah, $6 is cool. We,
Mm-hmm.
they like that real chill person that's in the back of the room just smoking. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
you need
Exactly.
something? No, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. Good.
Exactly. 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 Yeah.
Nah, 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 I'm good. Nah, I'm gonna just get some chips, man. I'm good. Yeah.
I also want to check out that Netflix holiday movie. What is it? Jingle
Jingle
Jangle?
jangle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of actually wanted to save that for Christmas, but I'm getting the itch because I'm off until Tuesday. I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually getting the itch to watch that, but I want to finish Hannibal. I have one more season of Hannibal,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so enamored with that show.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, man,
Yeah.
whew, God. And now Mads is going to be taking over Johnny Depp's role
Mm-hmm.
in the OK Animals. You can find them over there,
Mm-hmm.
part of the Harry Potter universe. Fuck JK. I don't fuck. Um, well, it was a series I was never really into. I watched
Mm-hmm.
it because someone I knew watched it, and I was like, well, okay, okay, well, let me watch this so I can see what she's talking about. And I watched it, and I was like, okay. Then I got into it. Then I was putting together a shelf, and I was watching one of the movies, and I was like, I just don't give a fuck. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't. And I see why
Mm-hmm.
people do enjoy it. I can
Mm-hmm.
see like that
Yeah.
deep, rich storytelling in the books. I totally
Mm-hmm.
get it, but
Yeah.
and you know what's funny? It was the last movie I saw was Deathly Hollows, and I was like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Slave to the rhythm. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm totally good.
Oh my god.
Don't care. Yeah, I'm totally gonna bring up Grace Jones. She deserves more. She deserves more accolades. Strong J. She deserves more accolades. The other day, my mother was watching Conan the Bar. No, Conan the Destroyer,
Mm-hmm.
the second Conan movie, and you're just sitting there and watching. And I'm like, the only reason why I watch this movie is because of Grace Jones. Grace
Mm-hmm.
Jones is just that's why she makes that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
movie. And she was like, and she and she goes, is she in the first one? And I go, huh? And I was like, you haven't seen the first one? She's like, no. I was like, you never seen it? She's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Then it came on after that because they were having like a marathon or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it was on next. Then she watched that one.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh wow!" And I was like, "Yeah, she's not in that." I mean, the first one to me is better than the second one.
Yeah.
I love it because you're also getting James Earl Jones with bangs.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that every day.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Exactly.
that's like when you're a kid and you get pancakes
Mm-hmm.
on Saturday. Something good
Mm-hmm.
must have happened the night before. You must have won in the dice game. I'm just saying. Click, 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 click. 7. Um, you know what I mean? But
I know, I know.
Grace Jones just deserves so much more accolades. She really does.
Yeah.
She does, man. I don't know. Strong J was bad, man. She was. Yeah, so she's like, you smell it. You smell it.
Oh my god.
I don't know how anybody kept a straight face during that scene. I'd have been crying. Here's the thing: she didn't even know she was in a movie. She thought she was just out to dinner with Eddie Murphy. That was all just her natural. That wasn't even. She didn't even read the script. That was just her going, "Oh, this is a movie." I didn't know. I just thought. I just wanted to know if you wanted to smell. I did. I didn't know. Thank you, Grace Jones. Thank you to everything. This is what y'all really come for. You come for the geek talk, but you stay for the random conversation after. This is what our meetings used to be like when we would
Yes.
do the other podcast. We would just afterwards at like just eating around these be like, look, man, let me tell you what's going on.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's that unfiltered realness. I'm trying to think of what I mean. I really just want to rewatch Euphoria now so I can watch that. You know what I might do? I might actually watch the end of the last episode
Mm-hmm.
and then go into the special.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be awesome because it's just such a great series and had this mix of like a murder mystery, but nobody was murdered.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Noir grittiness, teenage angst, comedy. Um, just this mix of just amazing stuff. Again, um, uh, a fly on the wall. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just a fly on the wall would be awesome.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think of what else I actually want to watch. Like say, Gangs of New York. Excuse me, of London. Excuse me,
Mm.
but watch Gangs of New York also. Another Daniel Day Lewis movie. I don't know, is this going to be a trend that we're going to start doing?
It looks like it, right?
Because you know how good I am at sliding subtle things in.
Yes.
Because when you're part of the fandom and then you have to initiate it, um, now you're all starting going, wait, Kaiser Soze, you're having that Kaiser Soze moment where you're running everything back. Wait a minute, he sees dead people. Then you start looking at the red knob and I was like, the sweater, and you start seeing a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want my life to be like at the end when I know this is really off topic,
Mm.
but I know at the end when everybody's at my funeral and they're
Mm.
like, and they start going and they start running it back like, wait, you start hearing like that Saw music that
Mm. Mm.
and start looking at it.
Yeah.
What? And I start noticing.
Yeah.
I want that type of moment at my funeral. I obviously will set something up. Hopefully, the person I set it up with will not die before me, or we'll have a pack where I'll do it for them also.
Yeah.
But I want one of those movies where you start having this montage of moments and here you start looking. Dun, dun, dun. He's been in the safe the whole time. He's in a safe place. Would you like to punch? Okay.
Oh my god.
Like that. Yeah, like that. Like that's what I want. I want one of those. Or somebody had a meme once where they said um, they wanted to have like somebody come in wearing exactly what they were wearing and
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh, good, you're all here," and carrying like a sonic screwdriver and
Mm-hmm.
have it be like a Doctor Who regeneration,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is awesome. I think that would be awesome. That would be so cool. That would also be so cool. I don't know what I'm gonna. I think I really want. You know what? I actually want to finish this anime because I only have 2 more episodes. Because
Mm-hmm.
they've only got 3 episodes up, but it's probably going to be like 13 episodes again for a season, which is cool. I have a lot to read. Um, so damn much to read. But like I said, I'm off until Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I have a light work week this week, so I'll be able to chill and relax. Um, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I ain't got to do no laundry. I ain't got to go to the grocery store. I did all that. Fresh to death.
Mm-hmm.
I got plenty of clean drawers. I'm good.
Nice, brother.
Straight
Nice.
good.
Nice.
Always wear, always wear clean drawers. Don't flip them inside out, and just don't do that. Just wash them.
Don't do
Just
that.
wash them.
Don't do that, bro.
Get some OxyClean, get some detergent, and then get them those dryer sheets that crisp and nice, man, like that. Those are my tips for those are my tips. Since I'm since I'm like a draws expert apparently.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, uh,
It's amazing. It's utterly amazing. This ain't even about nothing right now. We just BSing.
exactly.
This is the this is when the real comes out. You know what? What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Me?
Yeah.
No breakfast, brother. I didn't have breakfast.
This guy, this Iron Man over here.
I skipped, brother. I skipped.
It's the most important meal of the day. You never heard that when you were a kid? You never heard that from every damn cartoon on Saturday morning?
Yes,
They
brother.
would they would tell you breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and then what would you get? A big ass bowl of Frosted Flakes. Really? It's the
Mm-hmm.
most important meal of the day, and I'm getting diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Or my awesome.
Diabetes.
That's it. You gotta have the
Diabetes.
big walrus. It came out harsher through the mustache for some reason.
I
I
know.
don't know why.
I know.
I was like, "Are you okay, Wilford? Are you all right? Are you okay?" And then what did he do? He went and was in hard target riding a horse, shooting a bow and I was like, "Diabetes looks amazing! Wow, things look wonderful,
Oh
awesome, dude."
my god.
Him and Jean Claude.
Mm.
That movie should have been called Gambit and His Grandfather.
Yeah, exactly.
That movie would have been the Gambit reference is totally for Jazula Antoine. Um,
Oh my god.
I asked because I was up at like 3 or 4 because I'm up at 3 or 4 regardless of what day it is.
Mm.
Um, I made almond milk eggnog waffles,
Okay.
turkey kielbasa, and some chai tea.
Shout out to Mechanical Pencils who's just listening to us act
Because
a fool right now.
it's random. Like people come. You know what I feel like? I feel like it's almost like one of those comedy shows where you might come for like the people that are on the marquee,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then afterwards,
Yeah.
like somebody just comes up on stage like that is famed like a Chappelle. Not that we're not that I'm comparing us to Chappelle or anything
Mm.
like that. Like
Mm.
those are iconic,
Yeah.
and they're just going off. That's what this is. People come for the geek, then they stay for I hear afterwards they just start going off on shit.
Yes. Yes.
We could just do an episode where we just do this all episode. We could just
Mm-hmm.
do that easily.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for real. I'm for real. That's what. But it honestly But the only thing with the almond milk versus like the almond milk nog versus
Mm.
eggnog is that it doesn't have as deep a flavor.
Oh, okay.
So and I've had recipes for eggnog waffles that
Mm.
were basura. They were trash. They weren't. I was like, why would you
Yeah.
do this to me? So I just ended up getting eggnog and just pouring it in, and I was like, damn, this is good, great.
Mm.
Then when you hit it with the butter and the syrup,
Mm-mm.
bruh, why? So because I'm using more almond milk and such now, I'm doing that. I was like, all right, so I poured it in, mixed it up. I was like, all right, this is good, but it's thinner also, so you have to put more mix into it in this whole thing.
Yeah.
It says hungry bleak, people. Like I don't know why you thought I wasn't going to say something about food, and I held back the whole episode without mentioning something about food. I truly did. I truly did.
Oh my god.
Wow, man, it's wild. Oh, they actually put on HBO Max. They put Wrath of the Titans up too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Clash is still up there,
Okay.
and then you can watch Wrath
Mm-hmm.
of the Titans. Um, I've only seen that one once.
What, Wrath?
Yeah,
Wrath is okay.
yeah, it is. It wasn't because you don't really need. Bruh,
Mm, mm,
you got Clash.
mm-hmm.
Mm, do we really need more glittery, like,
Yeah, yeah.
Greek gods dressed up like ABBA? Do,
Yeah,
do we really need that?
yeah, exactly.
We
Exactly.
really, really don't. Um, that's all I can really think of, man. Oh, you know what? Why don't I say it while we're on there? What the hell? How would you feel about doing a year in review show?
Hmm, perhaps. Not gonna be much to talk about though, brother.
Oh, oh,
Pandemic? That's what we were
oh.
talking about?
Well, no, man. Just I was thinking it's like
Yeah.
just like a couple. We're gonna let you all into our behind the scene workings. Um, you and myself,
Mm,
a few other people.
okay.
We like kind of like how we do it
Mm-hmm.
now. Movie TVs, but we also say, okay, so what hit you in movies? What hit you in TV? Like, what was it? Because everybody's gonna have a different answer. Oh, I Jingle Jangle was the best thing for me, or TV.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Somebody might say Lovecraft Country, or
Mm-hmm.
somebody else might say this, or video games. I mean, there are two things of video games I can think of right now that hit me hard. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just somebody just and just be
Yeah.
like a free flow, just like what hit you this year? What was it? You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
instead of talking about the stuff that didn't happen or
Yeah.
that was negative, like just bring up the stuff that just made us go, damn, yeah, that's what's up.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
might be something. So we might not do it. Obviously, we're in
It,
talks. We're
it's
negotiating.
yeah.
We're in talks with the network.
It's a work in progress. A working title production.
Your people talk to my people talk to your people, and then they people talk to each other people, and then we see
Yeah.
what's going
Yeah. We got to see if we can get Alan Smithy to direct.
on. Oof, oof. I was going for John Woo because I want doves and I want a long ass coat.
You know what Alan Smithy is, brother?
That name sounds so familiar to me.
It is. It's a name that's made up because it's not a real person. It's someone who doesn't want to put their name to the production.
Oh, then that's definitely gonna be me. I ain't put my name on shit. I ain't put my name
Yes.
on nothing legally. I want
Yes.
Alan Smithy it up.
Yes. Yes. They usually use it if it's like a horrible film and they just don't want to put their name to
I was about to say something, but I'm not even gonna run that.
it.
Why does your wedding certificate say Alan Smithy? Psych! It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's horrible, Joe.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's a
Um,
pseudonym. That's what it is.
eh. Alan Smithy. I'm gonna start writing that on everything now. Who's Alan Smithy? Not me. Yoink! He just run out the door.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He's done it again. He's like Lupin at third.
Yeah. It'd be like fucking it'd be like it'd be like Scooby Doo mysteries. Those damn kids.
If it wasn't for that hungry man and his bearded godlike friend too. I don't know if you heard that, but when I lifted up my hand, I hit this table hard as hell. Hit my knuckles hard as hell. Holding that tear, that one manly tear right now.
Yeah.
Holding that tear.
Oh my
Holding that
god.
one gangster tear in real hard. I'm glad it wasn't my elbow though. Oh, totally forgot. Actually, today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm not sure how I'm going to be a part of it or how if I'm going to be on camera or not, what have you. I'm actually going to be a part of the PocketCon, um, like Stump the Experts portion of the show where I'm going to be giving them comic book related questions, trivia questions, and seeing if they can answer them. My questions, I'm going to be honest with you, are pretty good because I actually also was honored by Kanisha Williams to do the comic book trivia questions for Blurred Domination. Which, if you would like to pre-order the game, you can do so on my IG. You will see the link. And if you want to get it, there's also a discount code as well, which is my name, Antonio Pomars.
Mhm.
So check that as well. Yeah, 4 p.m. I should be doing that. Excuse me. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be on camera, if I'm going to say anything, what have you. Just kind of something cool to do too. I was really blown away when I got the question to do the offer to do. I was like, it's not in my comfort zone, but let me expand my comfort zone, not step out of the comfort zone, but
Yes,
expand on it.
yes.
So that should be kind of cool. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, I don't spit in the camera, mess myself while asking a question, and
Yes,
somehow
sir.
trip and set a dumpster on fire. What have you?
Exactly, brother.
Aside from that, this is a pretty open, geek centric weekend of purple, and kind of want some chicken nuggets too. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I don't want to go outside.
I hear you, brother.
You know? But I think that might be it for us
Yes, sir.
today. Today,
Today,
today, we'll be back.
today, today.
One day I'm gonna come dressed like as a news anchor, and I'm gonna have like papers. Like,
And that's the news.
this just in. But I'm just gonna say like spoilers to really old movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Um, what is Diabolique?
Mm,
Um, the original, not the remake of Diabolic.
mm.
Um, Frenzy. Like I'm just gonna say, it's just like old as Hitchcock. So like just spoiler alert: King Kong died.
Yeah,
News at 11.
yeah. The dog died.
Yeah, the dog. Old old Yeller Sounder. He came home. Paul Winfield, Cecily Tyson.
Oh my god.
Michael Jackson did not ease on down the road. News at 11. Get in here. Man strangles himself adjusting his own tie. News at 11.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
already writing the show. I'm already writing the show.
uh,
man, man strangles himself while slamming door that won't slam and
yeah.
adjusting his own tie
Yeah.
while his partner's the one that's suicidal. News at 11.
Exactly.
Put the brown in your mouth. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I'm kind of getting lost on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, brother.
Any last words, sir?
No, be easy.
That's it.
Keep hanging with us.
That's it. Come for the geek talk, but stay for the random ass talk afterwards.
Yes. Yes.
This that might be like, they did some really good geek talk, but the stuff afterwards, that's where they really made their benchmark. That was it. Yeah,
Yes. Or,
that
or
was it.
or or as Mechanical said, she comes for the info, but know that it goes left real fast.
Oh yeah, it definitely goes left. Off the. Are we ever on the rails though?
I don't think so, brother. I don't think so.
It's like there's like a slight bit of contact, and I'm just gonna go down. It's like you almost get it, then somebody kicks it.
Yep.
Yeah. So be easy is like the best. There's like the best advice that we can have these days, man. Honestly,
Yes.
seriously.
Yes.
Um, it's always fun doing these. Whether we do them on Saturday or Sunday, like our schedules vary, but we'll always let you know. Since I found out how to do something yesterday for YouTube,
Mm, mm,
which is awesome. I was playing around with StreamYard and figuring out some things and coming up with some cool stuff. That's why you saw the picture ahead of the show being on, because I decided let me just hit some buttons and see if I can launch this rocket. And instead, something else happened.
yes.
What have you? Myself, just don't be a dick. I'll be real with you. Don't be a dick and don't be a cunt. I mean, be real with you. I
Mm,
see that's another English term. I mean,
mm,
it's not an English term, but
mm,
it probably would have sounded better if I'd used the accent, but
mm,
I don't feel like it and I want it to be harsh. Just do the best you can with what you got.
yes.
Make each day count for what it can. Let people live and be happy and do what they can do. And support those who are truly trying to do something different and trying to do something better.
Yep.
That's it.
That's
You
it.
know, and wash your drawers.
That too.
Yeah, that might actually that might be like that's above support people. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Wash your drawers and then support people. I feel it's a
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so the man across from me, Michael Williams, myself, Antonio Pomares.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, everything. We appreciate it as always. Thank you very much. And keep turning those pages because your story is not over yet. You all have
Yes.
a wonderful day.